What's up? What is that made out of? Gundanium? Tell my girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend. Can't you just let me have this? Today we're going to talk about a few cards I personally don't like. With the set having 403 cards, there are bound to be a few stinky poo-poos. You can leave a comment if you agree, disagree, let me hear your reasoning or cards you personally don't like. If you think they are the cards I used in the thumbnail, I baited you, and you have to subscribe now. That's just how that works. Rimland Nomads. I know you might feel like, no. Wait. Oh my God. I feel this way because I think with such low cost and only needing one threshold, it's going to trick players into using it too early. If you play it turn 2, what are you going to do? Run back and forth? Say if you and your enemy connected sights early, both of you went right for each other's throats, it can still be intercepted. You're not going to be able to run past your enemy's minions. And what are the odds that this card is the absolute alpha of the realm? Odds are they're going to be evenly matched, or something like Boss Troll or Snow Leopard is going to be on the field. You're not going to be snapping ankles with your new Jordans today, homie. No, I think this card is a mid to late game card. That's extremely stacked. Not only the things aforementioned, but also for its increased mobility, and basically has a domain which it thrives in while the enemy just wastes away. I think this card would be a master at keep away and retrieval. I think if you use these cards with Spear of Destiny and Devil's Eggs, you could run away with the game. Having creatures throw the spear when coming close to Devil's Eggs, and having one retrieve the spear and the other one repositioning on the enemy territory, picking off creatures and ticking away your enemy's life total. You could also play guerrilla tactics, play the old Zergling run by and retreat at the first sign of aggression. I feel like you could also add Phantom Steed into this mix, and if you played it properly, just absolutely be untouchable. Wayfarer Wanderer, another card that baits you into making bad choices. Every sight you place should be thought about, and beelining sights in a horizontal line to draw a card is cringe, bro. Just stop. It's a card you want to work for you, but you have to try so hard just to get it to do anything. It's also 2 mana and has 1 attack. You could use Clamor of Harpies, a bit expensive, and I'd rather use it for removing an obstacle. Using Phantom Steed I feel would be better because it's repeatable and it has the potential to not have obstacles getting in the way to interfere with you running from corner to corner like some kind of goon collecting debts. But the problem with that is that you would need alter investments, making it an 8 mana play, and that just feels bad for the potential of only getting to draw 4 cards over several turns. Now, the best case I could think of, if these locations had sights, you could play him here, use both Flanking Maneuver and Blink to reach the other corner, costing 6 mana to get 4 cards in 1 turn. The only other thing that comes close is Pact with the Devil, if used with Finvale Muse, costing 5 for 3, and you'll need to sack the spellcaster, unlike the other play where you still get to keep the card. Next card is Raised Dead. I want to start off by saying I love zombie decks. Using the graveyard and your life as a resource, it's very fun. So I might come off a little bit more butthurt with this card. Raised Dead is 4 mana with 2 threshold and has a random outcome. Of course you want this minion to be something powerful like a unique, and that's the problem. To get big bads out on the board, the game has to be played for an extended amount of time. The more time, the more creatures. The more creatures, the less likelihood that your card is going to pop off and get exactly what you want. It just gets worse and worse over time. For a decent amount of mana, I really can't see a positive for this card. Unless your one creature dead is a fatty or you're just plain lucky, this card is no good. Plus, miracle workers exist. Puppet Master. More like Master of Being Flaccid. This card is 6 mana and has 1 health, and Johnny Appleseed over here can come over and 1-tap it. Even your cousin's unborn child kicking wrong in the womb can cause your mommy to bitch slap Kermit the Frog here to death. Let's look at a few more cards that insta-kill this card. This guy, and this one, and these dudes, and almost anyone equipped with this weapon. We can also say at least you get the card you play it on top of, right? Well, if it dies, you lose control. On top of the fact the creature has to be on a site you can play on and has to be tapped. And the real kick in the balls is that there's another 6 called cost with airborne, and it causes everything in the square it's standing on to untap at the end of the turn, completely nullifying any chance that this card gets to do anything. If it's the Puppet Master, then this card is James Hetfield. And I just realized while reading through this script that it also doesn't untap the cards you gain control of. So you also have to wait an entire turn just watching the guy on the other side of the table psych himself out because he thinks he's missing something, but the card is just ass. There is one thing I can think about that could be worth with this card, and that's the fact that it would have an easier time grabbing giants and being out of harm's way. If positioned right with no spells coming your way, you might actually be safe to knock a hole in the forces of your opponent. More Drake Druids. I really want to like this card, but it's so fragile. It's a spellcaster, so there's some possibilities, right? Fade could be used. But sadly, your opponent can still see your cards. There is no real sneaky beaky special tactics. You're just looking into each other's eyes, wondering if this is indeed real life. It will be totally avoided. The only hope you get this to pop off is that your opponent can't read. Maybe its power is you have to kill me first before you can strike, or you'll hurt yourself. But it has 1 health. It's not like it's a tall order. I would like to see a card with a similar ability, but tougher. Maybe can't deal damage, but has a health pull to 5. I keep thinking and thinking, and I'm just positive this card is meant to bait the opponent into hitting it, and that's purely its whole function. Just walk it over, hit their sights. It's just a distraction, it feels. Well, I'm done ranting, probably. I would love to hear your thoughts. Tell me what you think sucks. I'll catch you in the next video. Hit me up on Discord if you want to go around. I made a deck. I've only gotten to play up against an exact mirror of the deck. I haven't played any other decks. I'm interested in seeing how it does. Fucking Puppet Master.